Senior Vice President David Andlo of the same. Louis Federal Reserve Branch was recently in the news when the US Federal Reserve said it would allow the use of XRP. He focused on how Ripple could be used to process payments, especially how Ripple could be used to process payments, especially how it relies on XRP to make these transfers possible. This has been highlighted to directly quote David that the Fed might give payment duties to a third party like Ripple if this happens, which could lead to a big rise in XRP's value, possibly going over $10,000. It is important to keep in mind that the Federal Reserve did this a few weeks or even months ago. In a formal statement released yesterday, the Federal Reserve recognized that XRP and XLP and XLM could help improve the blockchain part of the FedNow payment services. The main focus is on Ripple, which is known for its open source technology and unique ways to send money between countries. We now expect the Fed Payment Service to add Ripple's technology, which will make XRP worth a lot more in the world of banking transactions. Before we start, please give me a big thumbs up. To join our group, click the like button, subscribe, and turn on alerts. It was announced by Ripple that they would be working with the Federal Reserve in a report called the US Path to Faster Payments on the federalreserve.gov website. The topic for today is all about this report. In the first part of its report, the Faster Payment Task Force approach says that Ripple is an important part of its work with the Federal Reserve to find payment solutions. The study shows that Ripple can make it possible for foreign payments to be made in real time with fees that are hard to understand and little tracking. Ripple changes all of this because it allows for fast settlement and full visibility into fees and payment status. Next, we heard that Ripple and the Federal Reserve have added domestic payments to their partnership. There is a lot of data out there. Viewers can pause and read an important part of the study that supports this. It talks about how Ripple works with central banks like the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority to make local payment systems better. The study also talks about how Ripple Labs is breaking new ground in the way payments are processed. Ripple's decentralized peer-to-peer settlement framework will likely replace current fund transfer systems in the future because it focuses on offering free real-time settlement infrastructure around the world. The Federal Reserve will accept it and make it work, which shows that. Were there early signs of this? A Fox News show about the Federal Reserve from about a year ago talked about the growth of the digital US dollar. During that segment, the Ripple logo was shown very clearly. Also, groups like the Federal Reserve Board, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the Bank of International Settlements have said that Ripple works in secret. Partners show that they are interested by listing. Partners are interested in Ripple's technology, which gives us more information about the fascinating world of global banking. It's clear that the Bank of International Settlements controls a big chunk of the world's wealth. It's interesting that Ripple has joined this market. You can read a statement from the Department of the Interior that quotes top council member at the Frederickshire Board of Governors, Jess Chan. Ripple's Deputy General Counsel can tell people who want to know more about this project more details. There's a lot to deal with. Everything in this place are connected. That is, however, just the beginning. What I'm about to say might come as a surprise. A lot of you have been to the Federal Reserve lately. The Federal Reserve warned that banks could lose money because of the pressures on the real estate market and rising interest rates. This has been talked about with several partners since the beginning of March. The BRICS countries also seem to be part of the EU. In fact, the EU has said that the XRP will be the base for the new digital euro, which will use the XRP to handle money transfers. There are several reports in the ledger that back up this story. These reports back up this claim and make it look like the value of XRP is about to go through the roof. A well-known expert thinks it will quickly rise to $5.50. If it becomes popular around the world, it could go up to $10,000. Arthur Brito, one of the founders of Ripple, is credited with this idea. There is no doubt that the story about XRP is changing quickly as we watch the movie. Instead of focus on the SEC vs. Ripple case, we can now see that British countries have decided to work with Ripple to build their own digital currencies based on the XRP ledger. According to recent news, this central bank digital currency will be a major tool for global finance. It is backed by the BRICS countries. In addition, there are signs of Ripple's large network in every branch. We will look into this country, so let's start our trip in Brazil, where a revolutionary breakthrough has been made with the help of Ripple. With the launch of Brazil's new crypto-on-demand liquidity service scheme, a big step has been taken. As we learn more about Russia's financial technology scene, we will now look at its full records, which show a change in approach. President Putin's choice to kick the US dollar and the petrodollar out of SWIFT as a way to move away from them has caused a clear shift in Russia's payment system in favor of Ripple Labs. It is the goal to make a Russian CBC. This action not only gets around the SWIFT ban, but it also uses the decentralized nature of the XRP system to make sure that Russia stays involved in the changes happening in the world's finances. The central bank, if you focus on India when you use digital currency on the XRP system, you can see effects on another big project. This AI said that by 2024, the prices of 4 cryptocurrencies, XRP, Ethereum, Cardano, and Ripple, would rise by an amazing 100,000%. Based on how much XRP is worth now, this estimate shouldn't come as a surprise. This is especially true when you consider the view of Arthur Brito, co-founder of Ripple, who says he thinks XRP was meant to reach $10,000. Purdue also talks about how XRP can be used on a large scale. What does Dole 500 mean in this case when it comes to meeting the financial needs of about 7.5 billion people? In the big view, Dole 500 is just a step on the way to how much XRP could really be worth. In spite of that, reaching the goal of this huge $110,000 price. XRP needs to be able to be used all over the world and handle a lot of money through its record, which supports this trend even more. Officially, 21 countries have chosen not to use the US dollar anymore. More and more virtual organizations are working with AI to set up CBDCs. This change to the XRP ledger shows that more and more central banks are working with Ripple and, more importantly, using the XRP ledger in their daily operations. This change happened because the Central Bank of Dubai just 3 days ago decided that XRP can be used in any way they want. Dubai is just one more example of how XRP is being used and adopted around the world. Please remember me. I don't have a license to be a financial advisor. Content in these videos is only meant to be watched for fun. People who watch my videos should always do their own study and talk to experts before making any financial decisions. Thanks a lot if you like the movie. Please pay attention. Please click the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Make sure that the alerts are turned on. I want to know right away when new stuff comes out that I can't wait to watch. I hope you like the video that's coming up.